She asks me to park the car in her garage. Maybe a front bumper, but I can't put the whole car in.
You know you're on camera, right? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight UK Season 9 episodes 22, 23, and 24. Listen, life comes at you fast when you miss one episode of a daily show. Oh my gosh. I blinked and I was 3 episodes behind, but we are back on track. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Now, some of the new comments have been from, I'm only assuming, new people who don't like the fact that I'm judging these people and I'm so mean, I'm so nasty and so rude. Listen, I'm assuming that you're new. And if you are, there is an agreement on this channel that we are watching television, that this show and this video is for entertainment, okay? We don't go off and harass these people on their personal pages because that's weird behavior. But we will come over here and kiki about the show, okay? We comment respectfully, put a little bit of banter if you want, a little bit of laughter, a little bit of comedy. But you respect me, I'll respect you, and we'll all be fine. Thank you very much. So, Sasha and Ross, they have their first spat. As we know, Sasha was not impressed with how Ross handled, but technically didn't handle the Alex situation. And so let me explain my stance. I feel if a man is talking cash crazy to me, don't go and talk to my partner. Come and talk to me. Now, if he is talking cash crazy about my partner, then I can understand why he would want to talk to my partner man to man. That's different. But if I was talking cash crazy about you, you would want me to talk to you to address it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, Ross didn't do anything. It's really not that big of a deal. But also I'd be thinking, well, damn, Ross, you should either say, this is me, again, personally. Either we talk with my wife present or we're not talking at all. That's how I would like it to be handled. That's not what Ross did.
Ross went and spoke to Alex, said you shouldn't have spoke to me that way, you shouldn't have spoke to the other girls that way. I'm going to speak to Sasha as soon as, doing it out of respect for you. Ross had put back like, oh, thanks so much, bro, love her. I was trying to explain to him, that ain't a nice text.
That's not nice.
Ross responds with, oh, I can't be friends with anyone. Great, and he went, you see this? Throws it up the wall, grabs his 2 suitcases, starts putting all his trainers in. He's doing this.
Sorry, what?
So he can't lip read me.
So I don't mean to laugh. I really don't. But how cool is it that all Ross needs to do in order to tune somebody out is just, like, you know what? I'm tired of listening to you. Just close my eyes. Like, I'm sorry. That is hilarious. I love it. I love it. I do. Anyways, Ross admits to handling the situation poorly. He says that he definitely could have nipped it in the bud immediately. Then he had a private conversation with Alex that didn't sit well with Sasha. Just all kinds of mishandling. And so Sasha says, hey, right now I'm not really comfortable with you being in the apartment. He agrees. He leaves. He then sets up like a boxing session for them, which is something that Sasha is passionate about. So they were able to mend things. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was it, and I was like, really? We're forgiving just because he set up a boxing session? Like, wow. But he did write a letter of apology, and he was showering her with gifts. I think he got her flowers and a bracelet. You see, that I like that. Write me a letter, baby. Buy me a bracelet. I like that a lot. Anyways, in his apology letter, he writes that he needs to stop and think before he speaks, and he's going to try to be less reactive. So this week they're doing love-hate week. Amy says dishonesty and Luke's like performance sometimes. Lacey says lack of depth, and Nathan says being compared to other men. Polly says Adam doesn't tell her that she's beautiful enough and he isn't romantic. Adam in return says that she is quite opinionated. Casper says lifestyle differences, and Emma says lack of intimacy. Ryan says taste in music, and Shannon says the distance. Then Holly, out of nowhere, comes to whoever's apartment. I think it was Lacey's. And she's like, girl, I gotta go home. And Lacey's like, wait, what? She's just homesick. She wants to see her kids. She needs a break from the show.
I've been quiet, and I think it's about time I tell her what's been going on. We had a major argument because I just don't like the way you were spoken to. When he said to me, what's wrong with you? And I said, I'm really missing my children, Alex. I think I'm just feeling down about the kids and stuff, but I'm going home today. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
And then I'll be coming back.
Okay.
I think I just need to go home and see my babies.
As I was watching this, I was thinking two things. Number one, please don't come back. Please don't come back. I am so tired of Holly and Alex. What is there to fight for with this relationship? Outside of physical attraction, y'all ain't got nothing to fight for real. Goodness sakes. But anyways, she just wants to get her mind right. She wants to get back in touch with her kids. The second thing I was thinking was, damn, poor Rochelle. She just wanted to attend her daughter's birthday and she couldn't go. Actually, no, she could have gone because Rochelle be leaving. Okay, these people cannot hold Rochelle down. Like, if Rochelle wants to go, Rochelle's gonna go. But yeah, Holly was given the exemption to go and do whatever she needs to do to get her mind right. It seems like Alex didn't handle it well. He's taking it personally. He says he understands wanting to see your kids after this long of a time, but he's like, you're kind of abandoning me, essentially. I don't think he used the word abandoned, but that's the sentiment that I'm getting from what he's saying. Sweetie, she's a mother. I don't know. She's a mother? The kids come first. So for the love portion of the week, Luke says that Amy is a lady in the street and a freak in the sheets. And he would also like to sit on her face. Luke's mouth is gonna get him into trouble. And also, if you think she's a lady in the streets, why are you putting your sex life on Front Street? Why are you telling the cameras that she wants you to nut in her? Oh my gosh, like stop it. Anyways, he likes that he takes her for pottery. It was like this whole sensual thing. They're making phallic objects, whatever. Adam makes dinner for Polly and he says that he loves her eyes. She says that she loves that he's becoming more emotionally available. Nathan says loyalty. Yeah, Nathan says he loves Lacey's loyalty, and Lacey says that she loves that she can be authentically herself. Shannon says she loves that she feels safe with Ryan, and Ryan says he loves that she is non-judgmental. Kieran buys Christina a big koala. I was mad jealous. I used to be obsessed with koalas. Had t-shirts and everything. If I had that big koala, I mean, I probably wouldn't have it to this day because, okay, this is such a tangent, but we're here now. I once had a nightmare when I was 10 years old, and it was about all my stuffed animals coming to life and trapping me. And the next day I got rid of every single one. But I was still jealous of that koala. It looked really cute. She brings his dog just to like make him happy again because he's been kind of down for a while. Sasha says that she loves that Ross is a gentleman, and he says he loves her eyes. Casper and Emma obviously have an intimacy issue, so Charlene steps in to see if she can, you know, juice it up for them.
So the melting hug works best when you're standing up.
Oh, no.
I go over the left shoulder, and then normally it's one arm. And
We usually hug like, oh, no, we don't. We usually hug like that, don't we? Yeah.
This hug is really good. It was the first time it felt like you lent on me in this process. How do you feel about feeling more vulnerable around me?
I don't think I like you enough to be able to do that.
So here's the thing. I believe in intimacy coaching. I really do. Some couples just need a little push, a little nudge in the right direction. But I do think that the basics need to be present for that nudge to even be effective. These two don't even have the basics. They don't. Emma says, well, actually, he wants Emma to be more vulnerable. And I'm thinking, what kind of space do you give her to be vulnerable? Like, respectfully, I don't see the evidence of him giving her that space, being emotionally available himself so that she can return that. Like, I just don't see that. And her response to that is she feels like she can't do it because she doesn't like him enough. Wow. I mean, so what are we even talking about at this point? You don't like him enough to be vulnerable. He wants vulnerability. There's nothing left to say. Go home. Like, go home. We're tired. It's enough. Then Casper has the audacity to be like, you know, I want to stay here and work on myself so that I can show up better in my next relationship. You're already planning for the next woman? Bye. Like, what? Be so for real. Anyways, moving on. All the couples, barring Ryan and Shannon, and then technically Holly, because she left, they get split up into these co-ed groups, right? And they're doing a lot of stuff. They're doing like spa day, dance lessons and whatnot. It got a little exciting over there at the dance lessons. But at the spa, we have Polly and Sasha who are trying to grill Alex. And I just want us to remember this scene right here. Alex walked into the situation and the women started grilling him. Just so we remember the timeline of events. As the getaway continues, tension is growing between Sasha and Polly and Alex because they feel like he needs to do right by their friend Holly and whatever, right? They talk about whoever's feelings are fake, I think, and Alex is the one who the women pick, and it just goes from bad to worse.
You maybe don't want to be as vulnerable and as open as you want to be. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
We don't know what's going on since after.
You know exactly what's going on. She sent Polly a text saying she needs to think about her marriage. For me personally, I'm out. If you don't like me, go and be with somebody else.
How have I had to beg him to be physically attracted to me?
Now.
Don't think you have any right to sit there and bring up comments that have been worked on. I've actually worked at my marriage and we've got further along compared to where you are.
We've sat at that commitment ceremony and begs for the bare minimum.
For the bare minimum that he's now giving. Don't fucking come for me when you've got nothing to back yourself up on. We sort stuff out and it's resolved, which is why we are where we are and which is why you're here on your own.
You're saying things about my relationship when yours isn't perfect.
But mine's better than yours.
I just want to start by saying everybody's wrong. I feel like everybody's wrong, okay? So Polly is upset with Alex because she feels like he has no place to throw her relationship issues in her face because all these things have been resolved. They haven't. And she wants nothing more than to be uninvolved in other people's drama. She doesn't. That's not true. Both of those things that she said are not true. And I'm not going to lie, Alex ate her up. Because here's the thing. Remember the timeline of events. They started grilling him. And we know Alex is somebody who is going to poke the bear, okay? So he's like, oh, here you are begging a man for the bare minimum. Well, he ate her up with that one. I'm sorry, he did. He lost the plot for me when he was like, Adam doesn't even find you attractive. I'm like, oh, you're trying to hurt this girl. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And that's rich coming from me because I don't even like Polly. But that was mean. That was low. That was below the belt. Like, come on now. Come on. But then Polly returns and she's like, my relationship is better than yours. Okay, well, wait now. Hold on. Is it? I don't know. At least he likes her. It was just insane to see everybody be like, well, you. Everybody is in a trash relationship. Let's just be so for real about that. Just because Polly and Adam don't fight like Holly and Alex doesn't mean their relationship is any better. Like, it really doesn't. At least Alex and Holly have attraction going for them. These two, Adam, I'm sorry. I don't care how many times they bring it up. He's getting better. He's becoming more available. He's more romantic. I don't believe it. I don't buy it at all. I surely don't. So I'm looking at both of them like, neither of you have a leg to stand on because both your relationships are trash. So Alex gets up. He loves to walk away from a situation, not because he's trying to be the bigger man, but because he does not like accountability. Yeah. So Sasha's upset about that because he was supposed to talk to her to address the situation back at the commitment ceremony. So she's talking about it. He walks in and then they start going at it.
You had some words for me at the commitment ceremony, so I'm not going to get into it with you out of respect for us.
Well, don't go at the men the same you do the women.
Let
You
him
just
speak.
said you wouldn't have started if my man was there, and I think that speaks volumes.
I get along with all the guys. They've never come for me, so what are you talking
Because
about?
they shut it down. You say,
Whenever
let me
I've come
finish.
at a guy,
Let me
though,
finish. That's
whenever
all
I
you
come at a guy,
say.
can you just be quiet
but
for a
it's
minute?
because you're
Can
coming
you
at
be
Sasha
quiet
for something.
Sip
Right,
your
all
Prosecco
right.
and let me and Sasha talk, yeah? Can you
Crack
do
on
that?
then.
You know what? My relationship with Ross, whatever it is after
say
this,
something nice.
whatever you have to say about me,
You're
you
a
say,
fucking flea mush,
whatever-
and I'm bigger than you.
Come
You're a
on, give me- let's have it.
Fuck you, Alex. Fuck you.
Sasha calls out Alex for having more respect for men than he does for women based on how he speaks to the men compared to the women. And she's right. She's right. Now, again, let's remember the timeline of events, because the women started turning on him and they're like, oh my gosh, he was attacking me. He was whatever. Y'all started it. Y'all did. And when you push somebody in a corner, likely they're going to try to hit below the belt, which is what Alex did. And it's like they forget that they kind of started this tit for tat thing. But anyways, he gets upset with her. He starts going below the belt. She starts flipping him off. Hey. It was horrible. It was so bad. I think, who was in the room? Was it Luke? I think Luke was trying to diffuse, and Luke is going to be the diffuser as these episodes go on. But yeah, it's kind of hard to like take a side because everybody is going low. It is so, I don't even know what I would do if I was in that room. It is so frustrating to see everybody just yelling at each other. Nobody can get a word in, which is great for Alex because he does not like being held accountable. So if he doesn't actually have to answer for anything because everybody's just yelling, he gets away scot-free, right? But it's incredibly frustrating because how can you say, don't talk to me this way while you're matching his energy, if not going lower? You know what I'm saying? And Polly, I don't want to get involved, yet again, finds herself involved. Alex wants to front like, oh, I don't do my face at people to get them agitated. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Like, he knows what he's doing. Alex is very calculated. Don't let this man fool you and act like he's an imbecile or something. He's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. Like, he might not put hands. He might not, he will yell. We know that to be true. But his face is communicating a message. And it's basically saying either I got you, and this smirk that he has, or know your place when he like does the BDI thing. He knows what he's absolutely communicating with his face. It was just a shit show for lack of a better word. And then all of a sudden, things died down and everybody is kumbaya. And I'm thinking, okay. They get a text from the other group and this causes a lot of drama because Ross is sat next to Amy, I think it was, in a way that Sasha didn't appreciate. Now, it should be noted that Adam is in a more compromising position with Lacey, but because Lacey is Polly's friend, Polly's not really like offended by it. Sasha, she doesn't like her man being this close to women, I guess. I don't know.
Let's make him jealous.
Oh, yes. And it looks like them a couple. I feel quite disrespected. I'm just fighting back tears and I'm not sure what to do with myself.
See, me personally, I wouldn't be happy with that. Me personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't be cool with it.
Are you okay?
And I'm just like, what you see with the photo with your arms around someone.
But you know what? I understand that.
It killed me when Luke was like, me personally, I wouldn't be okay with that. That's exactly what I do when I'm trying to get under somebody's skin. If I'm trying to purposely piss somebody off, I'd be like, well, if that were me, I wouldn't go for that. I don't know. You're just gonna let them talk to you like that? But then Luke is the same person who turns around and wants to comfort, what's her name? Sasha, because she's really like distraught. She feels like this is disrespectful. She wouldn't want her man to be cuddled up with women like that. And I'm thinking, is it that deep? Like, I didn't think it was that deep. And then she says that she trusts Ross, but if you did, him sitting that close to another person in this experiment who seems very content in their relationship shouldn't bother you the way that it did. I don't know. Something's going on with this couple under the surface. I think, share with the class. Thank you. So out of the blue, there's a lot of out of the blue happening in these 3 episodes, okay? Ryan is talking to some of the guys and he says that he's leaving the process because he and Shannon had another spat, but this one, they're done now for good.
And I was trying to do my laces. Shannon was trying to help me. So I said, oh, just leave him now. Don't speak to me like that, and just threw the trainers on the floor. She doesn't feel comfortable in the relationship. I'm very shocked by this. I'm hurt as well, massively, like.
He decided to tell me that none of his feelings had ever been real, he'd been faking it all. Behind closed doors, he's like a totally different person.
So we didn't get to see what happened, so it's kind of hard to know how things progressed up until this point. Same thing happened at the retreat. They have these off-camera arguments and then things are off, so who knows? She does admit that she has been downplaying how she truly feels, and she has been feeling disrespected for a while now. Ryan says that Shannon is too sensitive and that he was just bantering. Has this cast not learned? Banter is not for y'all. I don't know what's not translating, but your banter is clearly not funny. Okay? Anytime somebody banters, somebody gets in trouble. Stop it. Shannon says that Ryan reminds her of her past, which is something that she came into this process thinking. She's had this chip on her shoulder the entire time. And if she was going to be so hell-bent on not wanting to experience her past again, she should have just went with her gut in the beginning and just cut things off with what's his name. Because, like, we're ending where we started. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a waste of time. Like, why did you come? Why'd you come? These new addition couples, what's even the point? Because all of them seem to not be getting along. I mean, Luke and Amy are working, I guess you could say. But Hannah and Steven, gone. Shannon and Ryan, gone. What's the point? Don't waste my time, please. So we're just going to fast forward through a lot of stuff. I'm so sorry. If you want more details, you'll just have to go watch the episodes. Just going to talk about the stuff that stuck out to me. Both Sasha and Polly are going into the dinner party having a chip on their shoulder. They want to pull Alex up on how he has been talking to them, but they commissioned their husbands to speak for them first. The first husband is Ross. I don't know about y'all, but I was like, Ross, are you really angry or are you just trying to appease Sasha? Because I'm not buying it.
Looking quite serious.
Can I speak to you, please? I'm actually fucking raging, but why the fuck would you steal that? He's touching me when spare love. Would you steal that if I were there though?
I would, yes I would.
You would say that?
Yes I would.
Would you? I don't think you would. Apologise for what you said.
I ain't apologising.
But you just said to Ross he wears fake jewellery.
Did you say that? Why would you say that though?
Why would she say what she said to me? You're a weasel, you're this, you're that, and
No, because you think you're a big, scary guy.
She never said that, Sasha. She never said that.
What?
He saw that Alex felt like he was being backed in a corner. The rest of the room is not helping to diffuse the situation. Everyone also could be a casualty of the conflict. Everyone is now responsible for the outcome of that conflict.
Alex absolutely gets so charged up when talking to women compared to when he talks to men. Even here, like, yeah, he's barking at Ross, but it's nowhere near the level of when he was barking at Sasha. Not at all. Or Lacey. Or Rochelle. I'm sorry. No. You can tell his mindset by how he chooses to treat the women in this process. You can. Absolutely. He doesn't have to say it. You can see it. Sasha obviously has an issue with the way that Alex talks to women. I have an issue with it too. It's very unbecoming of him. And it's not even a gender thing. I mean, y'all were here for the Polly episode. I don't like when Polly was yelling at people too, the way that she was. It's just, why? Like, why do we have to go to that level? It never has to be that deep. It really never has to be that deep. But yeah, she's like, I'm not with that. I don't want my partner to be with that. And I agree. I wouldn't want my partner to cozy up to a man who feels comfortable yelling at women the way that Alex does. Now, that's not to say that women can yell at men. Like, no, I'm not saying that. But I do look at a man who yells at women and I'm just like, ooh, very unbecoming of you. I don't know. So things get really heated and they're getting mad at Alex because he's basically going below the belt. And I'm thinking, okay, y'all have been going below the belt too. Like, everybody's been doing the tit for tat thing. So when does the rule apply? Are you the only one who's allowed to go below the belt? Or, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like if you're somebody who's demanding respect, you also need to give respect. And it was hard to be respectful when you're being disrespected. But if you're going to match disrespect with disrespect, you can't then complain that somebody's disrespecting you. That's all I'm trying to say, right? So Paul brings up a great point, which is like what I was trying to articulate in the whole Polly episode, but he, you know, wrapped it up real nicely. He basically said, it is concerning that the room is allowing conflict to explode the way that it is because you all being here in the presence makes you responsible of how this conflict pans out. And because you are all you all could possibly be casualties of this conflict, it is up to you to mitigate the conflict. It's up to you to manage what's going on in the room, which is what I was looking for when the women were ganging up on Hannah. Yes, you don't agree with Hannah's actions. Yes, you want to pull her up on it. You want to hold her accountable. But for the majority of the room to condone her being pummeled, even though she's in the wrong, to me, it just will never sit right with me. It never will. That's not to say you have to cape for her, but definitely try to do some crowd control or something. Try to diffuse the situation. It never sits right with me when everybody's just watching someone get hounded on, even if they're in the wrong. We're gonna move on to the dinner portion. Alex, he was really trying to get under people's skin. He wanted to do a speech, knowing that he's at odds with like half the room. So Sasha is like, nope, I don't want to hear anything about it. Ross follows after her. I don't know if he, again, was genuinely upset or just trying to appease Sasha. But either way, Sasha appreciated that he had her back throughout the night. And, well, your marriage is number one. So if you're happy, we're happy. He later pulls Lacey aside to apologize. It was very amicable. They even hugged. I'm like, not growth. Okay. He's on an apology tour because he does the same with Polly. He pulls her aside and he's like, listen, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be my sister. Like, it doesn't have to be that heated. And he does let her know, if you have questions with Holly, talk to Holly. Don't hound me about what's going on with Holly. I don't know. I'm not her. I hear him on that. I do. And it pisses me off how I consistently have to side with Alex sometimes, because when he's not flipping off at the mouth, he makes sense. And it pisses me off. Like, it really pisses me off. But anyways, he also has a talk with Adam. And Adam approached it way more calmly than Ross did.
Little chat about the big day.
When you first came into this process, Polly wasn't your type on paper.
No.
So she's had to beg you to do all these things. Yeah. She'd been coming at me all day, with Sasha as well.
I get that.
They could possibly have got an apology out of me, but he approached the situation totally wrong. Look.
And that's why I just want you two to fucking kiss and make up.
Yeah.
It is clear that Alex brought in Adam's lack of attraction to Polly to get under Polly's skin, but he's standing by what he said. He was like, listen, you have said at the beginning, this is what I like. She is not that. I'm just relaying everything that you have said. And Adam isn't contesting what Alex is talking about. Adam is like, well, I did say that. Oh yeah, commitment ceremony, I did say. Like, yeah, Alex did it to piss you off, but was he wrong? Was he wrong? I personally don't buy this change of heart coming from Adam. I truly do not. Truly do not. So yeah, Alex then thanks Adam for approaching the situation more calmly than the other people did. Yes, conflict is a two-way street, but you also have to acknowledge that if you have been antagonizing people, they likely won't want to come in peace. Like, duh. But it does help if both parties come with the intention of resolving. There's a higher chance that a resolve will come about. So Emma and Casper have an argument. Honestly, it's irrelevant. I'm pretty sure they're leaving in the next episode. If they don't, I'm going to pull out my hair. Yeah, they're wasting my time. I can't be bothered. Then we have the most random thing happen. Kieran. And this is how you know production is trying to squeeze blood out of a stone at this point. Kieran decides to go over to Adam and Polly and kiss Adam and Polly.
Yous are the definition of this experiment, I think.
Really
Shut up.
Do you know if you give me a fucking close, I go mad?
Oh my God. I should think not, Kieran.
Right off the back of you telling some people that the spark has died between you and Christina, that you haven't been kissing her because of this cold sore. You're gonna then go and kiss not only another wife, but another husband too. Also, you'd rather kiss another man before you kiss me. That's how I would take it if I was Christina. And of course the kiss didn't mean anything, but bruh. And then I remembered he's a clown. And that's not me trying to be funny. Like, he's literally a clown. Like, he's getting in touch with his roots. Okay? I'm like, come on, Kieran. Goodness sakes. Like, that was so random. Production was like, okay, how can we add a little bit more spice? It's getting dull in here. Kieran, go kiss somebody. All right. Okay. Fine. The episode ends with Holly coming. Who cares? Holly and Alex have yet another argument. It's the same argument they've been having from time, except this time it's about her feeling like he doesn't understand the reason why she went to see her kids and whatever. Couldn't even pay attention because clearly one of Holly's kids was holding the camera. What the hell? Couldn't focus. Can y'all put the camera on a stand, please and thank you? Good Lord. Anyways, the next episode, it seems like a few couples will be, I'm hoping a few couples will be leaving. Alex and Holly, that seems to be dead in the water. And also Casper and Emma. This would give me great joy. Great joy. Please go home. Anyways, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Reminder, I am going to be bulking the episodes now because I'm adding yet another show to the roster. So look out for the videos every other day instead of every day after the episode airs. So yeah. Did I say like, comment? I did. And I'll see you in the next one.